Hey guys, good morning. Today, unfortunately, yes, it is spring break. We're not going to Michelle's house. The widespread of socially distancing yourself has been not required, recommended that it's 10 or more people not to get together. So we made that decision yesterday to not get together. So we are just going to continue to stay quarantined.
And also today, maybe we did to do the sprinkler if Daddy could fix it.
Yeah, I told them maybe they could still play outside with the sprinkler. But I'm having the girls do work because I don't really know. I've never been a homeschool teacher, so we have a bunch of these. Let me see the cover, baby. See the cover? A bunch of these like Scholastic books I used to buy for Emmy every year, every summer. Yeah, and then we have these. Yeah, the lettering. Autumn has a lettering book, and Maddie has a kindergarten book.
But another one's in my room.
Yeah, so there's plenty for them to do. We have a bunch of these little books. Emmy will probably blast through hers, but we're going to read and do a little bit of something every single day until school gets back in.
Take a nap.
Who is taking a nap?
Everly.
Everly is taking a nap, yes. Actually, she's watching Frozen 2 because Disney was kind enough to put Frozen 2 on Disney Plus after I've spent almost $40 on the DVD. Thanks, Disney. Appreciate it. Official hello. We finished up breakfast in their school. Maddie's actually still working on her handbook. I think she's going to finish it in one little sitting. It's just like an A to Z book. I don't even know where I got it. Probably Dollar Spawn Target, but she's been working on that. Emmy's doing her painting with diamonds. I'm doing my painting with diamond. Autumn is watercoloring.
Can I tell them?
Everly's taking a nap.
Can I tell them what you're
like not watercoloring, but like there's this notebook that has this like this little brush. It's like a paintbrush, but only that it's like a
water
straw.
wonder or something like that. She got it for Christmas. It's cool.
You have to use water.
You use water, it colors it, and then when it dries, it goes away. I ended up putting the same shirt on because I want to do like a fitness marshal or something to get us all kind of blood flowing and stuff there. All the gyms are closed. A ton of stores are closed. A lot of some food places have just shut down to like drive-throughs and takeout. And we have not left the house since Friday. Well, technically we left the house Saturday night to drop off cookies to Bianca's house, but we didn't have any interaction with people. So we have not left. This is day 5 that we have been in the house with just figuring out stuff to do. Every day is going to be trying to figure out a new activity to do. I have made so much process over the last few days. I only have like this big area. I know, yes, you're doing ABC Mouse. A little bit like just some gaps here and some gaps here.
I'm already more than halfway done because I have this huge section right here, and I'm working on the top half that has the most different colors, because the bottom mainly has these couple of H's, K's, J's, and all that.
I wish mine came like hers though. Hers came with individual bags with all of the gems instead of mine came like that. Hers is definitely laid out a lot better than mine is. I wanted to tell you about 2 things that has been brought to my attention. I have seen that when I was talking about in yesterday's vlog, or I guess for you guys a few days ago's vlog, not being able to find formula, we were able to find some at a random Walmart. And so we bought, like I said, another month's worth. So we should be okay, but I have seen, I don't know if it's true or not, that if you look at the back of your formula can, that you can call the number and they'll send you formula if you're not able to find it. I was able to find some, so I'm not gonna waste that resource, but just in case you can't or you need help, I don't know if it's true or not, check it out. Also, ABC Mouse is giving a free, not trial, but like while the kids are out of school, they're giving you free access to it. So we downloaded it and the girls have been doing that. Yeah. Were you getting fuzzy? Oh, you ready to have some papa? Oh, pretty girl. Hanging on for dear life. Huh? Sissy's got you. She's a good big sister, huh? Yeah. Yeah, she may. It's kind of eerily dark up here. I don't know who of the big girls is awake, but I know Everly is awake. Hi! Hey Google, stop. Did you sleep good? You have a good nap? Good morning! Hi, pretty girl. You had a good nap, huh? In your bed. She's in a 3 to 6 month outfit. This came from one of you guys. It's a little bit big. She shouldn't have any socks on right now. So if she has socks, the pants would stay up a little bit better. But it's a, did I mention 3 to 6 month outfit? So she's definitely starting to get into some of her bigger stuff. She's 3.5 months, almost down to the day. But it's so cute. It's a little fox. Huh. And it has a hat, but it's actually too warm outside for the hat. Inside, long sleeve is fine, but outside it's too warm. Huh. Hi, pretty girl. Hi, mama. Hi. What are you trying to say to mommy? What are you trying to say? Tell me. Is your hand in your way? Oh, what are you trying to tell mommy? You trying to say something? Okay, let's go. Let's go check on your sisters. So we're still here. I brought Everly downstairs. I'm just letting her lay there and kick around until it's time for her to eat. The chili is in the Instant Pot right there, I believe. And it's been simmering. I had it on slow cook, but I really don't like the way that the Instant Pot slow cooks. I had it in there for like 3 hours, and when I opened it up, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I need to look it up. But when I opened it up, it was not very hot. Like when I have my actual crock pot on, it gets hot. I mean, even if you have it on low, it's still warm enough to cook chicken. And I had it in there for like 3 hours just to really like warm it up and kind of let all the flavors simmer together, and it was barely even warm. It was like lukewarm. So like I said, I don't know if I did something wrong or what. So I just ended up putting it in there for an hour on low pressure, low heat or something like that, and I could hear it sizzling so that it could build pressure and just, like I said, kind of marinate everything. Everything's cooked. It just needed to be warmed up. And it's 4:30 and I'm just waiting for Nin to come over for dinner. I think Autumn's still napping. Her monitor's not plugged in, but she is not the type of kid to just sit in her room. The second it is time for her to wake up, she comes out of her room. she'll actually say in the morning, it's morning time, and she'll come out of her room. So she was tired, I could tell, because today was one of those days where today was hard. Like, the big girls have been out already for a week and a half, and it feels like summer times a million, because, and I haven't even had my girls out all summer for that long, because Maddie was in preschool, and then she was in daycare. She went to preschool and pre-K, and that was the first time in between pre-K and kinder this last summer that I let her, I let her out the entire summer. I didn't put her in any programs. Emmy has been out for a couple of years now, but prior to that, I actually, when I was working full time, I had her in I guess it's like a summer daycare, I don't know. And Autumn has been the one that has been home the most, because she just started going to preschool when she turned 2. So, and she's only 3.5. So and I kept her out all last summer as well. And so she actually is set to start pre-K in August. So she'll probably be out for the summer as well. And then I just leave them out every single summer, because now I feel like Emmy's at that age where she's kind of too old to be in like a summer daycare. But she's not old enough to stay at home, especially with younger siblings, by herself if I have to work or whatever. So I just leave them all out. So this feels like summer times a million, because maybe not a million, maybe like times 10, because there's nothing. Summer's already bad enough in the fact that they get bored, they lose interest in things. Like, it's fun to not go to school, not be on a routine, play all the electronics and stuff, but it only lasts for so long. So we're headed into a week and a half of this so far, and we have another week to go, and they're already getting bored and there's nowhere to go. At least in the summer, you know, we can go to a pool, to the park or whatever, and like with the social distancing, it really does make it challenging. But I've been watching a ton of the people that I follow on social media, and you know, everyone's right. It's like a huge opportunity to spend time with your children, especially when your kids are out for the summer. Maybe you still don't get to spend time with them because you have to work or whatever. And right now I'm planning on going to the hospital, but my paperwork is being delayed because of the whole health system is like on a delay for whatever reason. So I had my return to work signed 3 weeks ago now, and I processed it, but the time away from work that we utilize at work hasn't processed it yet. I called on it yesterday and it's still like pending or whatever. And so I'm on the schedule. I think my first day back officially is April 11th, and we'll see. I was trying to go back to work before then. The hospitals are like locking down, shutting down quite a bit of stuff. Labor and delivery, however, they're not, okay, I take that back. They're not like shutting down completely, clearly, but they're limiting a lot of things. Visitors, they're limiting non-essential staff, just various things to try and stop the spread of the coronavirus. Oh, bless you, mama. And so I know like a bunch of hospitals here in San Antonio have drive up testing for various things. They're checking everyone before they walk into the hospital for fever, respiratory things. And so, I mean, it's scary. It honestly, it makes me not want to go back to the hospital. It's scary to think that I'm in a profession where you're the front line at a lot of these different things. Luckily for me, I work in labor and delivery, and the majority of our patients are pretty healthy. However, pregnant women are, I've seen, you know, up in that high category where they're easily susceptible, clearly, for the immunocompromised reasons. And then if you have any type of health issues on top of that and you're pregnant, just the whole thing is just, you know, kind of dangerous and a little scary. But I do and would like to go back and contribute. I'm just kind of stuck in limbo right now until my paperwork finishes up, and I'm enjoying every second of it. You know, it's easy. Like I was saying, today was kind of tough. The girls were arguing and no one was really getting along with each other. They didn't want to share. Nothing was really keeping them satisfied, and they were looking forward to our play date with my high school friend, but it's just one of those things. I had to, you know, break it to them. It's just not what we can do right now. And they understand, but they're kids, you know, it's very easy for them to forget what's important. It's not their job, they're kids. It's the adult's job. So today was tough, and I'm trying really hard to stay positive and just think about all the things that could be going wrong, and appreciate the fact that we are in the financial situation to have the resources that we do have, and we don't have to go anywhere. I'm sad. I kind of just keep hoping that Andres would get to stay home with us, but he's just being in a management position, especially in an industry right now that most places are not shutting down. He works in the food industry. They're just not shutting down. They're doing pickup, takeout, drive-throughs. I think that's what I've seen. I don't think I've seen any restaurants or fast food places legit just completely closed down. So the only ones I could see completely closing down are in the mall, because I've seen, I know for sure Bath and Body Works and Sephora have closed down because I'm part of their email list, and they sent that out. But I keep thinking and hoping and praying that he eventually gets to stay home. I just don't know that that's going to happen. And for us, for the girls' school district, I don't know what's going to happen, but a bunch of school districts in town have extended, I think they're calling it spring break extension again, until April 3rd, which means they wouldn't go back to school until Monday, April 6th, which I'm sure is what's happening for a bunch of you. But for us, that would mean spring break went from 1 week to a month. And so I'm just kind of waiting around to hear from the girls' school to see what's going to happen. So I've been also trying. I've never felt like a great stay-at-home mom. I am lazy. I'm not super productive when I'm here unless I'm really in the mood to be, and I'm not cut out to be a teacher. I get frustrated when, you know, things get questioned. I'm just not. I'm a nurse and I have a finance degree for a reason. I'm just a very analytical, like that type of person. I have people skills. I have never had a complaint from a patient. In fact, I'm greatly loved, whether some of you believe that or not. I'm greatly loved by a ton of my patients and coworkers. But when it comes to teaching children's stuff, unless it's just like a specific thing I'm trying to teach, I could never imagine being a teacher. Never. I give props to those of you that do teach in any capacity. I do not have the patience for that. It makes me wonder sometimes how I was blessed with so many children, because my patience runs thinner and thinner as I get older. And so the thought of being their teacher at home is very daunting to me. I feel like I don't want to lose what great relationship I have with my kids by being their teacher. However, if that's something that we have to do in order to keep everyone safe and keep this from spreading and getting worse than it already is, I will do that 100%. 100%. So I'm trying, I'm doing my best. I've seen a lot of tips and tricks on social media, on YouTube, on how to, you know, keep your kids entertained. I've downloaded a few different apps, and like I said, the girls were playing ABC Mouse this morning. I would have purchased it, but they're offering it for free. I think that's great. We're going to continue to learn Spanish, and I mean, that's all that we can do right now. Right? I mean, it's not the end of the world. They're out for 3 months, usually for the summertime, and they go back and they finish learning. All we can do is hope that this eventually will pick back up and we'll be able to go back to our normal lives. That's all that I'm really hoping at this point. But going to my statement that I was talking about earlier about having financial means and stuff, if we do have to stay home for another 2 weeks on top of this week, I'm glad that I was able to buy all the groceries before it got super, super chaotic, and that we don't have to go and be those people in line at HEB. It makes me happy that I made that decision up front instead of waiting to the very last minute. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. Like I said, actually, I think I heard Nin's truck. I bet you she's here. It's so strange because on some things my hearing is not very good. I bet you she's here. Yep, she just pulled up. So cool.
Look who's here. You miss me?
Okay, never changed, never even worked out. Not even gonna worry about it. I just talked to Andres. They're finally shutting down his facility inside and just doing pickup orders, and they're cutting crews and lower management's hours. And I just feel so bad because any of your staff, whether you have servers or you're an hourly employee, those are the people that I worry about as to, like, okay, if you're the breadwinner for your family, I don't even know how they're gonna make it, you know? I don't know. And it's getting more and more depressing on social media as I'm opening up things and people are like bawling their eyes out and worried and all these things, and I'm like, it makes it worse for me. So anyway, and then just left. We had a wonderful chili dinner. The girls played outside. Sorry, my mind is a little bit scattered. The girls played outside for a bit. It was a beautiful evening. Now they're playing War, like War, the card game, you know? Autumn's playing Uno. Autumn, that's not yours.
I had
cards. Oh no.
Yeah. I taught them, well, Emmy knew how to play Uno. I taught Maddie a while ago now, a couple months ago, and she's been playing with Emmy ever since. Now Emmy's showing her how to play War, the card game, and I'm just going to straighten up the kitchen. I put all the bottles together, cleaned them, dried them, put them together because there's nothing else to do. So just to kind of keep my mind off it, the girls have about an hour before they need to go to bed. So I'm gonna clean up the kitchen, especially being in it all day. Like, it just constantly is getting filthy, dirty and dirty and dirtier. So yes, we're gonna clean and then they're going to bed so that I can relax.
I'm holding Everly like this for the first time. We're going around.
She's like, send help, guys. Send help.
I'm stuck on a tree branch.
Oh, goodness. She's stretching. Here,
Yeah.
let me have